call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Razorbacks will get us started with the opening kickoff. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Clemson Tigers offense will go on the attack first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really... going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. This Tiger running game starting to show some juice, sort of a C.J. Spiller type of feel.
Yeah, and it doesn't always hit you early. It doesn't always hit you on the first possession, but I do think they've done a good job over the years, Clemson, with sticking with the run game, creating that balance, trying to get those first downs, and trying to create some tempo against your defense.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Right on the money. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on first and second down, because now you know I got to pass the football, I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
Got his man in the middle. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big third down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense.
Touchdown, Clemson! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Razorbacks offense will try to get something started with their first possession. They're going to have to contend with a group of linebackers, Jesse, who wreak havoc all over the field.
Well, they say speed kills in college football, and I think that's what makes this position group so special. It's really hard to get the ball to the perimeter because of these linebackers and their sideline-to-sideline speed. But, David, in passing situations, they can also blitz and get after your quarterback. What's this offense going to do?
Well, remember in our day, man, like you had hammers, right? They were just big physical guys. Now you've seen the positions switch. The bodies look different. They look more like safeties, and you're right. Speed, sideline to sideline, blitzing, so much versatility. Good luck.
That's a really nice looking throw, and I'll tell you, he fits in great with this offense because there's been this philosophical shift recently in the SEC offensively. It used to be you had to run the football. I formation, 3 yards in a cloud of dust if you wanted to win. But today, though, you have got to be able to throw if you're going to win. You think about all the great offensive play callers now in the SEC, all the Heisman Trophy winners that have played recently at the QB position. You got to do it through the air, and this guy in Arkansas gives them a chance.
It's on target and complete. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Going for it all. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And here comes the offense on second down. Back to throw, it's Keene. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Arkansas! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. Extra point here will tie the game. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all offseason to get on the same page. You can see he hits them in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found. Stopped at the 23. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll start this drive going to the air. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this guy shot out of the cannon. 2 catches on the opening drive, and finally going back to him again. This time, they don't hook up, but he's a guy that needs to touch the football often, and I think this offense has to keep trying to find ways to get him involved.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going, too.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Clemson will send the punt team out. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. That one will find its way out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They evened things up the last time they had it. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Reads it, fires complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Razorbacks in the hurry up. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quick strike complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. caught near the sticks. It's Tyree. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got the quick pass. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Razorbacks are facing 3rd and inches. Now on the option. Now the pitch. There he goes. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Great job by the back on the option.
And the big play starts with the quarterback making the right decision, getting the defense to come to him, pitching the football, and Jesse, the running back, catches it and does the rest.
He does, and he also had good blocking downfield, too. Some of those receivers outside helping him out, but, man, with his speed when he's on the perimeter, the options executed that well, it is virtually impossible to stop.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Makes the grab. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time. That first down marker.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown them 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
The throw. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. You always want to give your big-time players a chance. That might have been too much of a chance to give right there.
And I know I'll give you a chance when it's one-on-one, but not two-on-one.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Kick is in the air. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the tight end. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Under fire. Got a man. It's Tyree. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Makes the grab, it's Tyree. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
The Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo. Now from inside the red zone. Looking for the score. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Offense would love to have that one back. Down here in this area of the field, everything has to happen faster. Decisions need to be made quicker. The ball's got to be out quicker. Routes got to be snapped off faster.
Got some room to run. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. We reach the break. Arkansas has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking to throw on first down. He's got his man and makes the grab. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Finds space on the right, and he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. Clemson has just been prolific at the receiver position. More scheme or more talent? I'd argue it's both, David.
Yeah, I argue more talent over the years, just dudes on the outside that win. And you know what? I think Clemson, as much as anybody in the country, has always featured those guys. And you want to play one-on-one with those guys, or you want to give them a cushion, like they'll throw it right now. And they've always believed in those guys out wide. And you know what? They usually come through for them.
They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers will try to punch it in on first and goal. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He's looking to pass. Here comes the heat. Touchdown, Clemson. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Nice job by the quarterback, hanging in the pocket, hanging in there. He knew he was going to take a lick. He took the lick, delivered a strike, and got the score.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Back to pass, it's King. Makes the catch. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. Finds the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Razorbacks headed quickly to the line. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. And here comes the punt team. He's got it. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tight. Breaks into the open. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. Had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Looking downfield on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. The Tigers with the 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. This time he's got his man. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Clemson trying to put its paws on a productive red zone trip. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Lets it go to the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
That's a decision the quarterback would love to have back. Down here in this area of the field in the red zone, these windows, they close so quickly. Everything just has to be done a little bit faster. You've got to be so much more precise, and as a result of being late on the throw.
Trying to take it back. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Might as well give it to him again. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. The Razorbacks racing to the line in the hurry-up. And you really can't be called the Hogs if you're not willing to grind it out in the dirt.
Yeah, and I love calling the offensive linemen the hog mollies. In Arkansas, in that beautiful state, you're going to find a bunch of big, strong individuals. And the identity of that team is usually built on those guys up front.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it from the gun. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it, and he had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Looking downfield, it's Keene. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yep, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding.
When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that throw.
They'll try to run for it. Jukes his way for more. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. And the Razorbacks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Got his man quickly. Now the connection takes it to the 11. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll try the run. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Arkansas!
This defense defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Here's a heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Working on the right. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. Clemson is quick to the line. The give to the back. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Looking to fire. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. To the air on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put it.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Racing down the left side. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Razorbacks. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. North Texas has the lead right now. The good folks in Denton have been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 6 over Arizona. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Sends it back in motion. From the gun on 3rd down. Snagged in the middle, it's Johnson. And he's rolled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers, and you saw it there on the incompletion.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Wants to throw on first down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Fires deep on the run. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Quarterback may change this route. From the red zone, looking for a man. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The handoff to Johnson. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. 22. Quarterback sneaks it ahead. And a scrum on the goal line. No signal yet from the officials, but it doesn't appear that he got in. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Death Valley. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. Time to see how things play out the rest of the way as we send it back to our guys in Death Valley.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Send that offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Dropping back, it's Keene. Fires left. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down. The Razorbacks will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll operate out of split backs. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. He's looking downfield to throw. Complete to the right. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Pressure coming. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking for a gap. It's Paul.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They'll run it from the gun. They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Unloads to the wideout. Connection to the right. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. Clemson now operating in the red zone. To the ground with the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Bringing the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
On 4th down, looking to pass. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tigers. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got room on the return. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, and knocked it right down the middle. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. So now it's 2nd and long. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. And the Razorbacks come to the line in the hurry-up. Back to pass, it's Keene. Oh, they're after him. Caught over the middle, it's Coates. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. This proficiency in the passing game can take you back to yesteryear, and one of the great quarterbacks in Arkansas history, in Joe Ferguson.
Yeah, just slinging the pill, just being able to provide balance, being able to attack down the field, get people out of the box, and not be predictable. That's a really good job by this quarterback.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Trying to impose their will with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Coates. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on 3rd down. They booted away on 4th down, and the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. He's got him. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
When receivers are running slant routes against man coverage, sometimes you get open using speed, but sometimes it's pure physicality. This receiver does a great job using his hands, and then he's able to fight his way to the inside. At the end of the day, he just wanted that football more.
Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. Here comes Clemson with another 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Now improvising. With the catch, it's Johnson. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. They'll give it to Johnson. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Arkansas. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking 4th down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the...
Turning it on! Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Right back to the well. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th down. 2 for 3 so far in this one. He's got it. 1st down and more. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Here's the pressure. Quick shovel pass. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Looking to throw again. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this and you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing into double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse. Nice job by the defense.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Throwing right. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Rides to back and leaves it. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. The Razorbacks want to crank the tempo.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards in his block that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
Pocket breaking down. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And the Razorbacks will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Gives it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. Finds the big tight end. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And on that last play, he's now over 400 yards passing.
Well, Reese, if you're going to throw for over 400 bills, you got to spread the praise around.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Running through contact. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Quarterback will keep it. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Quick quickly complete. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The handoff to Johnson. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Well, nice job finding a crease to go get that first. And, Dave, there's just some running backs out there that feel like they have that sixth sense. They just know where the marker is. They know where that first down marker is, and they're just able to find a way to fall forward and get it.
Oh, and I love when they don't dance. Know the situation, right? Don't bounce things that don't need to be bounced. When I need to stick my face in there and lower my shoulder and get a couple yards, I got to know the situation. Great job by him running the ball physical and finishing the run for a first down.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. First down here for the offense. Looking to throw. Hauls it in. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Clemson trying to put its paws on a productive red zone trip. They go to the ground. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
Man, it's really hard to control. Game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking for a man. It's Toppin. Finds his big tight end. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They want to throw it. And it's picked off at the goal line.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover 0. When I play cover 0, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Rumbles ahead for 6 and all the way out to the 16. The Razorbacks are in the hurry-up.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Oh, he's got some space. The 50. Still on his feet. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. And the Razorbacks just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Give to the back.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
Scanning the field, it's Keene. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Bunch formation for these receivers. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't. Target, it's incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. This time it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. He's got the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it. Rushes on him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Almost had the pick there. Would have been his 2nd of the game. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle, but they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Working that left side now. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Looking to throw on 3rd. Makes the grab. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going.
Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do. So tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, try to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Rides the back on the option, the give. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking to throw, it's Keene. A little release to the back. And good blocking and space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down. Looking downfield on first down. Looking down the middle. He's got it. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The right play here is try to win it in regulation. Don't be too conservative. Just a short pass to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Grabbed in the middle. It's Coates. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. The Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to burn this defensive back. Wide out trying to get it in. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And this game will be decided right here with this kick. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. It'll all be decided right here. Win or lose on this kick. And it's good. The short field goal for the game. Well, after back-to-back losses, this team is really teetering on the edge of disaster.
They got to try to hold on to the positives, as hard as that is to do right now, having lost a couple back-to-back, because this team has good players, and they've got good schemes on both sides of the ball, just things have not gone their way. They just need to make a few more plays to turn this thing.
Yeah, and then they can do it, and they will do it. Listen, you got to get the players right. You got to get those guys in there believing. This is part of what happens. You got to take a few lumps sometimes, take those losses, but this team's going to figure it out. You can tell they got the right stuff.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation.